Bob here. It's springtime in Michigan. You know what that means? It means some of the snow, some of the ice is beginning to melt. It means we're having temperatures all the way up into the 40s, which is really a big deal for us. It also means for the first time in months, I can speak without seeing my own breath. Springtime in Michigan means we're going to start to see grasses. You're going to start to see leaves on the trees. You can see they're bare right now. Animals are going to begin giving birth to their new young. Springtime is a time, as you know, of rebirth, of a restart, of beginning a new start. And so that's kind of the idea behind five-figure retirement. It's the idea of a new beginning or a new start. So where did the name five-figure retirement come from, specifically? What does that mean? Well, five figures is kind of the idea that maybe we're retiring with not enough money. Since we were very young, since we were little kids, we were being told by our parents, by financial advisors, by our grandparents, by everyone we can think of, that we need millions of dollars to retire. Start saving now, and through the magic of compound interest, by the time you reach 62, you're going to have $847,000 billion, and you can retire happily. Well, unfortunately, that's not happening. The AARP did a survey. Approximately 40% of us baby boomers are retiring, I'll call it against our own will, for reasons of health, reasons, economic reasons, we're being laid off, etc. That means 40% of us are not making up our own mind and making our own decisions to retire. We're being asked to retire for some reason. So that means a lot of us aren't ready. They've also done surveys of people just preparing to retire, and they're finding that about 30% of us, 30%, almost a third, have $10,000 or less saved up. $10,000. Now, I'm from Detroit. I worked in the auto industry for over 20 years. I can tell you $10,000 is about a half a car. And if you can only afford about a half a car, I'd say get the driver's side, because it's got the pedals and the steering wheel. Now, the name five-figure retirement is about money. And it implies maybe that this program is all about money. But really, five-figure retirement thinks of money as an enabler, just an enabler. So it means, yes, you need enough money to live on. So that means either you have to have it or generate it, or have a passive income that generates it. But that's not the true focus of five-figure retirement. Five-figure retirement is really an attitude. It's an attitude, perhaps an attitude of a 2-year-old. The terrible twos. No, I refused anymore to go work for someone else. I refuse. No, I'm not going to spend all my hours generating money for someone else. I'm not going to go to another staff meeting where we go around and everyone tells me what they did last week, and it sounds like when we had to write the report on what I did with my summer vacation. I flew to Toronto. We found out that we're having quality issues with incoming inspection. I wrote a report. I called the guy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not going to go to another staff meeting. I'm not going to go to another HR meeting where they tell me which benefits they're taking away. I'm not going to do all this stuff, okay? Yes, I'm still going to work, but I'm going to work at the stuff I want to do. So it's an attitude, yes, of a 2-year-old, of the terrible twos, but it's also an attitude of empowerment. And it's also an attitude of giving and altruism. What can I contribute to the world? Okay? I'm not prepared to retire. I may be of retirement age. I may not work for a large company anymore. I may not work for anyone anymore, but I'm not prepared to retire. And that's where the five-figure attitude comes in. In the name five-figure retirement, 5 figures is not the important thing. It doesn't matter that you have 5 figures of income or even 6, or it really was just chosen because it sounds good. 5-figure retirement just sounds good. 6 figures is too large. 4 figures just doesn't sound as good. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is the attitude. Okay, our retirement is not our grandfather's retirement anymore. We're not going to, I don't want to just leave work, go home, go on a cruise for the rest of my life, sit at the beach for the rest of my life. I don't want to sit on the park bench and feed squirrels all day, okay? I have many productive years left, and I want to do something for it. Okay, my attitude is I don't necessarily want to work for someone else. Okay, I don't want to go to, like I said, another staff meeting. I don't want to go to any more HR meetings. I don't want to write any more weekly or monthly reports. I don't want to do any of that. I want us to do stuff that's useful. I spent 50 years of my life or more developing the skills to get to where I am today, and I want to use those skills, and I want to learn more skills, okay? And I'm betting that you're exactly the same way. just sitting on the park bench feeding squirrels isn't good enough for you either. And so we'll talk about that some more in the coming months. And just remember, retirement isn't for retirees anymore. Talk to you later.